Welcome back to my little channel. Today I'm going to do something I haven't done in quite a while. I'm going to talk to you again about feminism. And I know there will be people out there that say, well, feminism isn't all bad, so what's the big deal? And to those people I can only say one thing. You're wrong. You're really, really wrong. Feminism hasn't done anything good for people. But they're still trying to get you to consider that you are a feminist. So they'll lie to you and try to make you believe that, well, yeah, but you're really a good feminist, you are, when in all reality, you're not. Now, I can understand you when you say, yeah, but I believe in the equality of men and women. You know, the thing is, so do I. You know who doesn't? Feminists. Now, this is a whole story, so let me first start by addressing the video I'm going to address. I hope you'll enjoy it. Oh, and I may be saying it for nothing. The sound quality may be a little bit off, but it might be perfect. I don't know. I think it might be off though because I'm working on a laptop and this is not my usual rig. So, if so, I do apologize. And, well, if you want to complain about it, by all means, feel free to do so. If you want to set my mind at ease by saying that no worries about the sound, it's still good, mate, then I would love to hear that too. Thanks.
You guys, we need to talk about the F word. Ooh, we're dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, it may be a little bit pedantic, but if you yourself are already calling it an F-bomb, doesn't that quite tell you what you are about?
Feminism. To be honest with you guys, I used to not want to call myself a feminist. I thought feminism was about bra burning and man-hating.
Well, I would say you were right. So, what happened?
And then I took a women's studies class and I realized, whoa, being a feminist is actually just about equality.
Yeah, and this is the problem I have with these courses, these gender studies. I mean, what rights do women have that men do not? I can name a few, but can you name me one right that men have that women do not? Obviously, that's not going to be answered here, but they always like to make you think that women have it so much worse than men because reasons. But ask them for those reasons and let them back those reasons up with facts and it's silence. Anyway, continue. She went to a course and she figured out, hey, wait a second. These people are brainwashing me and I like it. Therefore, I'm going to... I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Never mind.
So if you're like I was and you're not sure you want to identify as a feminist, hear me out because here's 5 signs you might be a feminist and you didn't even realize it.
Okay, before I'm going to address those 5 points, and you know I will, hear me out. These are not 5 signs you're a feminist. These are 5 signs you're in favor of equality. So why are they lying about that? Why does being in favor of equality automatically mean for them that you're also a feminist? Because in reality, and I will also give examples of that, equality and feminism are very, very different.
Number 1, you think women should make the same amount of money as men for doing the same job. What? Mind-blowing. This one seems so obvious, but the pay gap is still a very real thing. You might remember Jennifer Lawrence wrote a powerful essay about this, and many of our favorite celebrities have spoken out about the issue too.
Yeah, here we go again with the gender wage gap thingy. It has been debunked so many a time. It has been proven wrong so many a time. So why is it coming back up and back up and back up? Because reality and lies have nothing in common. So they only have to lie. And you're in favor of equality, of course you are. Therefore you find it unfair if women don't get paid as much as men do for the same job. But on hour, they roughly get the same pay. I have a lot of female colleagues here. We roughly have the same pay. I'm not going to say there's not a small difference, but it's not 33%. But if we're going to look at the gender wage gap, well, it's a thing that goes over a lifetime of work. And on average, men work more than women. You know, it's not just me. Christina Hoff Sommer has debunked this time and time again. Her internet name, The Factual Feminist. Look it up.
If I don't use my voice for women who don't have a voice, then what's the point?
And this is where feminism shines. Because yes, the pay and wage gap bullshit is bullshit, but listen to what they say. I have to talk for the women who do not have a voice. Who are these voiceless women? Do they live in the Western world? Why are they voiceless? Are you claiming that they are voiceless? Do women in the Western world not have agency themselves? How is this about equality? They're talking for people, not with people.
Number 2, you want control over your body and reproductive rights. This doesn't mean you have to believe in abortion. It can mean you don't want anyone taking birth control away from your health insurance coverage.
You want control over your body and reproduction rights. You know how many reproduction rights men have? And you have control over your body. Men do too, don't get me wrong, but women have more control over their body. And yes, you do not have to choose for abortions, but women can choose for abortions. Men cannot. They, by the way, can also not choose not to have an abortion if their partner wants one. And I'm sorry, but the pill being taken out of health insurance, why is this an issue? I mean, you could still buy it yourself. And don't tell me how that's about equality, because men need to buy their condoms themselves. They're not covered by your health insurance, are they? So how is this equal? You have something that will give you the possibility of sex without having the danger of being pregnant, but men do not. Is there an equality thing here?
Preventing unplanned pregnancy is a key way to prevent poverty. Babies are really cute, but they can totally change the track of your life, and they're really expensive. So, you want to try to plan for that.
Okay, I'm partly agreeing with you here. Children, babies, are quite expensive. You need to plan for them. But in all fairness, women can give up their child. What can a man do? I mean, if a man knocks up a woman, he's going to be financially tied to that child until that child is 18. Can we say the same about women? Well, no. Because women have the freedom to, if not abort, give it up for adoption, which is a better choice in my humble opinion, but it already cuts the ties of the mother. And funny enough, and it's not even funny though, I don't know why I said funny, a woman can choose to give up a baby for adoption or abort a baby without the consent of the father. Equality? No, not here.
Number 3, you want to be known for more than just your looks. Sure, we all want to be told we're beautiful, but we also know that our worth comes from more than just our looks. We'd also like to be told we're smart and adventurous and creative and funny. Fill in the blank. We queens.
Well, if you want to be known for more than your looks, maybe you should bring more to the table than just your attitudes and your looks. Seriously? We're queens? No, you're not. You're a woman. Not every man is a king either, mind you that. But hey, if a man goes around and says, oh, well, we're kings, you're like, well, no, dude, shut the fuck up. And you'd be right, don't get me wrong, I'd agree with you. But the same holds true for you. You want to be queens? Perfectly all right, then make it happen. Bring more to the table. Study. I mean, there have been very powerful or very intellectual women that have earned a spot in our history. Funny enough, though, some of these women were very staunch anti-feminists. I mean, Margaret Thatcher, just to name one. I could name more. I'm not going to be bothered. But these are women that basically proved themselves. They didn't say, look at me, therefore I'm great. No, they were great, whether you looked at them or not. Someone kind of came up with this for me a long time ago. A lion doesn't have to remind you that he's a lion.
Number 4, you like books and movies with a strong female lead. I'm talking Hunger Games, Frozen, Hermione and Harry Potter, Wonder Woman. You like to see girls slay.
Me and a lot of people I know have no problem with female leads in movies or shows or series. It becomes a problem when those female leads are forced down our throats. I mean, look at the latest Ghostbuster movie. It had to be women. It had to be all about, oh, look at these strong women. And it tanked because it was over the top. There was absolutely no storyline in them. But if we then again look at characters from, indeed, the Mockingbird series, what's the other one? Insurgency at the moment, also a few good movies. They have strong female leads. If we go back to the Alien franchise, strong female lead. They made absolute sense. These were great stories. It, however, becomes a problem when all of a sudden known characters are changed into women because feminism? I mean, a female Thor? Seriously? It doesn't make sense.
And finally, number 5, you're into other forms of equality. Do you care about racial equality? Do you support same-sex couples having the freedom to get married? Hey, maybe you believe in equality for women too.
And here we have the victim narrative again. If you're all for equality, then you must be for Black Lives Matter. Well, I am for equality. And I hate Black Lives Matter because they're full of lies. They're, in all fairness, advocating violence. Well, you must be in favor of gay marriage. Well, yes, I am. I don't care if they get married or not. You must be in favor of equal rights for men and women. Well, I am. Funny enough how, though, you didn't mention men in that sentence. And here is the thing that feminism always seems to forget. Men and women do not have the same rights. No, that's true. There are more laws protecting women than there are protecting men. So are you sure you want equality, equal rights for men and women? So do I. So which rights are we going to give men to or take away from women? Because that's what it's about. Now don't get me wrong, we live in a gynocentric world and I'm not really blaming, I'm not really blaming feminism for it. Because in all fairness, we men are partly to blame for that too, because we like to protect women, we like to make the world better for them and all that lovey-dovey stuff. But feminism is destroying, well, basically the nuclear family. Feminism is making the man look like a rapist, like a bad guy, like yada yada yada, just fill it in all the negative things. Well, but feminism isn't about man hating. Yeah, but you know, it really is. Remember the hashtag no white men, not no white men need apply. It was kill all men. And male tears, we had that one. No, feminism isn't about equality. It never was. And it never will be. It's for women. And it's not even for all women, because it's only for women that have no agency. Because as soon as you start thinking for yourself as a woman, they don't want you anymore. Remember Christina Hoff Sommers? I mentioned her earlier. She still identifies herself as a feminist. I have no idea why. But most feminists, they don't want to hear about her.
Alright guys, I hope after watching this video you realize that feminism at its core is just in support of equality. It's not about belittling men, it's about evening things out so girls have the same opportunities as guys.
Yeah, it's all about equality, isn't it? I mean, women have to pay for their own birth control. Oh, how bad is that? Well, men have to pay for that too, but no, never mind that. Well, women get paid less. Yeah, but women also work less. If they work the same hours, they get the same pay. Yeah, but women have less opportunities. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that, considering the fact that more women are going to university than men are going to university. The thing is, if we look at it clearly, if we look at it factually, all of it is bullshit. It's not women that have it bad. It's women that keep telling themselves that have it bad. It's kind of funny because if we look at the laws protecting women, there are more laws protecting women. And this has been going on since the 60s. Fair enough, there were some differences then and they were unfair. Equality tried to deal with that. Feminism, however, claims that they did try to deal with it. Then explain to me this. There are more laws at this point in time protecting women than there are men. Universities are more welcoming to women than they are to men. And yet still, women seem to be losing happiness. Please, feminism, try to recognize what you're doing. And maybe I shouldn't say please feminism, please feminists, stop spreading your lies. You don't even believe them yourself. I don't understand this. Why do you keep doing this? I mean, you're creating gender dysphoria. You're creating dysphoria in women. Women are afraid to go out to the street because, well, there's a 1 in 5 rape thingy. Funny enough, you didn't mention that one, but I'm happy you didn't mention it because it's a lie. But women hear it constantly and therefore they're afraid that this might be true and then they don't know what to do anymore. And then there are high-profile rape cases which basically are fucking big lies. But you keep bringing them up. And because we find out they're lies, I mean the Duke Lacrosse team, Rolling Stone, Mattress Girl, actual rape victims do not come forward because they have the feeling that they will not be believed anyway because so many high-profile cases are bogus. Don't you get it? You're hurting your own community. But then again, feminists don't believe women have agency because they have to speak for the voiceless one. And you know who the voiceless women are they speak for? The ones that don't speak out that they don't agree with feminism. As long as you as a woman do not speak out against feminism, they will keep claiming to speak for you. And feminism isn't inviting to men. Oh yeah, you'll allow some white knights to hang around. They can be allies. But they can never be feminists. I mean, you say they can, but trust me, there are plenty of feminists out there that basically say, nah, not gonna happen. Dworkin, Greer, just to name 2. Hooks, another one. I'm not going to continue dropping names, it doesn't matter anyway, because you probably don't know who they are. But they are, basically, the backbone of feminism. Anyway, I'm going to stop my little rant here. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Let me know what you think of it, whether you agree or disagree. And even if you disagree, I am more than willing to hear you out. It's not true because I say it's true. I only know the facts because I look for them. Maybe you have some facts I do not have. I would love to hear them. As usual, like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Comments below. I would love some. Come on, give me lots of comments. Let me think up some really, really smart answers. It's probably going to be 42 though, never mind that. Yeah, like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I hope to see you all next time.